And happy Tuesday. I just finished my first class today, my online elective. It's going well. I'm finished the assignment for it that's due this week, which is just nice to have that finished up. I've got a bit of work later today to do, but really, when I think about it, it's not all that much for the next little while, but of course, then there's the midterms coming up and getting ready for those. So I guess that's sort of slows down in almost the what you're handing in, but then at the same time, you're still ramping up because you've got the big test. But I don't really have all that many of those. I have 4 out of the 6, which I guess is still a majority of them, but I don't know. It's just not too much. But my Crocs should be arriving today. Um, Hopefully in the next hour before I leave, or hour and a half. The time frame that they're supposed to be delivered. If it's in the lower half of that time frame, I'm not going to be here. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, um, couple days ago, or yes, no, sorry, it's actually yesterday. I think it was. I just didn't get to show them off. Yeah, it was yesterday. I got an order of custom minifigures from Kyber Clones, who's a reseller here in Canada. Pretty much the place I get all my custom figures because I don't really want to be ordering them from anywhere else and paying a lot of duty fees. I tend to just order things where at least I won't be getting any sort of fees on them. So um, I got 4 figures in this order as well as a bunch of blasters. But I just placed a order over the weekend for some custom figures that I'm really, really excited for. There's some probably my favorites that I'll be getting. If not my favorites, there's some really cool ones in there. But um, first, here's Emery Carr from The Bad Batch. It's the Brick Daddy minifigures and GCC figure. Um, it's the second one that they've made, or at least I think the first one was just Grandpa Clone Customs, and then this one is in collaboration with Brick Daddy minifigures, who I really like their figures. I just ordered a few of them. And yeah, I have the first Emery car. Looking at the two side by side, I didn't really need to order this one, but I did anyways. It's a cool figure. I really like the alternate expression that it has without the goggles. Next, probably one of my favorite clones that I've ordered. The GCC Thorn. Probably the clone that would have been best to include in like the Coruscant Guard gunship from a few years back. But yeah, it's a really nice figure. The printing on the helmet is really well done. I very much like it. The next one, the one I was most excited for in the order, because it's Padme. Here's their GCC's white dress Padme, which I really quite like the look of. Couple orders ago, I got their Senate outfit Padme here. And yeah, that one's pretty cool. I have a few others of their Padmes. I think I'm up to date at this point with their Padmes. Actually, no, I don't have like the original pregnant Padme that they made. But yeah, so my collection of Padmes continues to grow. The next one, this is the Melnick edits with collaboration with GCC Forgotten Legion clone, which is sort of just a regular clone trooper with sort of this pink colorway, which is an interesting one. I didn't get it the first time around. I only didn't get it the first time around because I completely forgot when it was releasing, but I picked it up this time. It's a cool figure, quite like it. Now, going off the Melnick edits and GCC collaborations, the next thing I ordered was a bunch of their custom blasters, which are pretty cool. They have a bunch of different Star Wars blasters, which I quite like in the way that a lot of them are very much in sort of a Lego style, but they're not overly realistic custom blasters like you'll see with certain ones. They're very much still sort of remaining to that Lego design, just with a little bit more detail. and I quite like them for that. So yeah, I believe these are all the different ones. Just most of these I just ordered, which I think they come in a set of 10. I just ordered one set of each, but with like the DC 15s, because there's a few clone related builds that I'd like to do relatively soon. I wanted to include these with them, so I ordered, I think, just the regular DC 15S. I think I ordered like 3 or 4 of, and also the E11, the Imperial Blaster right here. I just ordered a couple more of those when I made an order over the weekend for some new figures. But yeah, I was very excited for those. They're pretty nice. I think they work well with the figures. Getting it with like the Forgotten Legion clone with the DC 15 here. There it is. So yeah, good clutch power on them. And yeah, I quite like these. I think they're pretty cool. It's just, I really love how they're very much in sort of the Lego style, which is really what I like to do with my custom figures, is that I don't really like the 360 prints and that type of stuff for clone or for custom minifigures. I just pretty much stick to what Lego does with their design philosophies. I guess some of them are more detailed than others, like a lot of these clones, or at least like 3, well, they're all clones, I guess. All 3 of these guys have arm printing. You wouldn't have that on every clone, just every, like a normal Legion clone like this. You wouldn't really have that. And even like the back dress printing on the Padme figure. So it's like, they're definitely more detailed than you would expect from a Lego minifigure, but like not the 360 prints, which I don't really love all that much. But yeah, maybe one day I'll do a full thing of all my custom figures, but there's a few that I'm very excited to get recently, or soon, hopefully. There's the Light Customs Rebels Wave that I really want to get, and also their DC Wave with like the booster gold. Very, very cool. I think there's only resellers. I don't think it's going to like the reseller, the Canadian reseller, so I probably will at least look into it and see what I would be expecting for shipping costs. Because if the shipping cost is pretty much the same as the minifigure, I don't know, it feels a lot to go and spend like $100 on one figure itself. So I don't know, we'll see. But I definitely would like the booster gold, even the Raven, and the Green Lanterns that they have for the DC Wave figures. So yeah, that's Tuesday. This clip is way too long. Got to shorten it for the next 2 days, but at least Monday was quite short. So very short. So yeah. I feel like every single one of these vlogs, there's one day that's just very long, so I'm just talking about it, and it'll probably be tomorrow or the next day or whenever I get those Crocs, considering I'm probably going to have to go pick them up, because I have a feeling they're not going to arrive before I leave. And there's a signature required. I don't know why for a like $70 pair of Crocs, but there is. But yeah, that was some customs today. Maybe I think my other order is supposed to arrive by Friday, but sometimes I have had to go pick it up at the post office. Yesterday was sort of weird. They dropped it off the door. It's usually at like my mailbox, but it's nice to just not have to do that. So yeah, very excited for those customs. There's actually a lot of figures. It was a pretty expensive order of customs, but I'm very, very excited for them because there's some of my favorites that I've ever ordered, if not my favorites, some characters that I really absolutely love. And yeah, that's today. That's Tuesday. See you Wednesday, where get on. I didn't think I was going to be filming anything more for Tuesday, but I just saw like the Vanity Fair first look for Jurassic World Rebirth, which I've been sort of excited for. I don't know. The first images I saw of it, there was something about it I really liked. And then um, I was just going through the article, and I saw this image right here. And I was like, okay, that's a dinosaur jumping out of the water. And then I realized that's not like a mosasaurus or something, like a aquatic dinosaur that you'd expect that they've had before. And I was like, oh, is that like the Tyrannosaurus, the striped Tyrannosaurus that they had right in like the first shot, jumping through a waterfall or something? And then I looked closer and I was like, that looks like something on his back. And then I looked at like the narrow snout and I was just, it hit me. That's Spinosaurus, which is my favorite dinosaur. One of my favorite Jurassic Park movies had it. I absolutely love it, and I've been waiting to see it in a Jurassic World movie for a while now, and I'm very excited for this film now, just for that. I hope it kills a bunch of people, and it's really, really, really cool. That's that. I just scrolled down. There's an image with like the Mosasaurus going after a boat, and there's 3 Spinosaurus circling the freaking thing. I just okay. I haven't like read any of the article. I was just looking at the pictures, and I'm just gonna look at the pictures. I don't really care to read it. I'm so excited. There better be a Lego Spinosaurus in the sets for this. If there isn't, I'm going to be incredibly upset. I'm Hello, and happy Wednesday. Last night I got my Crocs in, my Beatles Yellow Submarine Crocs. They've got propellers on the back for them. They're pretty cool. As well as a couple of the extra little sticky things that you put in there. This is one of them. The Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. They're pretty cool. I like them quite a bit. And yeah. Today, I've just been working on a project for a nature-inspired design. What I'm trying to do is pretty much make a Formula One watchtower or viewing tower that's sort of similar in a way to a tree, so I'm working on that right now. And saw the Jurassic World trailer for the new film, which I'm very excited for those Spinosauruses, even though they were only right at the end of the trailer, but hopefully they're very cool in the movie and they kill a bunch of people. And I like the coolest dinosaur in the film. They will be, because they're just in it, and it automatically is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot with my work right now. I feel like I've got a lot of stuff done, and it's more like working to like next week or the week after instead of working on stuff that's like due this week, which is just nice to have stuff done ahead of time. Yeah, I think I'm nearing sort of the end on my sort of tree inspired design, or at least somewhat in the closing stages of it. I've still got to paint all the like masses and generic models that I have in there, which There's like 200 of them, or 300. So there's a lot of painting that needs to be done, which is a lot of clicking, going into each one, painting it, and then going back. So it's gonna be a little bit tedious to do that. I've definitely held that off until the end, and now that I have to do it, I'm not as excited. But yeah, that's my work today, and as well as just working on sort of my main project building for the term. But there is sort of the Revit model so far. Yeah, it's just a lot of generic models right now, all sticking out of stuff. But yeah, that's so far. That's Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, happy Friday. It's a cold one out today. Good day though. Should get a good amount of stuff done. It should be a good and successful one. So, should see you later today. Film something. Yeah, don't think I have too much planned for Saturday or Sunday, but it's the Super Bowl, so see how that goes. Hello, and Saturday. Not too much. Feels like pretty much just my normal weekend for the last 4 weeks, or now 5. Work and potentially a movie later. We'll see. But yeah, getting stuff done, going well. I honestly don't have all that much this weekend, so I'm hoping that means I can maybe go and see like a film down at the like TIFF Lightbox here in Toronto. That'd be fun. But yeah, I'm not as busy this weekend, which is nice feeling, getting ahead of stuff and feeling like I'm ahead, not behind of anything. Always sort of the goal with getting any work done. But yeah, going well. Got about 3 projects to work on this weekend. One to completely finish, one to pretty much finish, and the other to pretty much completely finish. So just finished 3 of them pretty much. I'm going to be trying to buy some custom minifigures tomorrow, see if I have any success with them. The last time they dropped this brand of custom minifigures didn't have so much luck, but we'll see this time, see if it goes any better. Hope it does. First time they did, I had total success. I got every single one of them. The second time, not so much. So we'll see. Yeah, good Saturday so far. Getting stuff done, and got a bunch of hours left in the day to get more stuff done, and then pretty much just free up tomorrow. Tomorrow night, of course, I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl, which I'm excited to watch. I'll probably watch the whole thing because I don't really need to get up too early on Monday, so probably get or watch the whole thing unless it's really not going in the favor that I'd want, which is more on the side of the Eagles than the Chiefs. Um, yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, it's good so far. Getting stuff done. Excited to get just more stuff done, feel more ahead of stuff, and I hope to start preparing for like exams that I have in a couple weeks. Be nice to get ahead of those. Of course, I don't want to prepare too much for them because, you got 2 weeks to just forget stuff. So, really doing my review now is almost a bit pointless, but I want to at least start the process, especially for certain things, like my engineering courses that just has so many formulas that just doing a bunch of that stuff repetitively is really, I find how it just gets locked in my head and I do need to sort of memorize it. Whereas other stuff, a lot of the other stuff I find with architecture or construction is a lot of the time common sense. Like, just most of the stuff is quite simple. It's when you get into the more engineering stuff that it's a little bit more complicated because you just have so much formulas and you need to be right on the dot with stuff or else your building's collapsing. So that's sort of what I'm planning to do, but it's going well so far. See you tomorrow, Sunday. But yeah, I don't know if I'll watch a movie tonight. There's one that I did want to see, but it's only at 3 theaters around here, and one's a little bit, the closest one is still pretty far from me. The other ones are in other provinces, so I'm not going to be doing that. But there's a couple others that are a possibility, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Hello, and happy Sunday, last day of the week. Getting a decent amount of work done today. Not really doing too much other than later I'll watch the Super Bowl. But yeah, this is the closest I could get to the Eagles. I don't have any Eagles merchandise, but I do have Phillies. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just updating a few drawings right now. Got some schematics to sort of update some stuff, which is pretty easy to do, really. It's just moving around a bunch of stuff, but yeah, it's going well. I started drawing one of the minifigures for the Lord of the Rings series today, so getting a bit farther along with that one, but considering that it's almost the middle of February, gotta get a jump on that one and really start finishing it up. But yeah, I got a decent amount of stuff yesterday. I got sort of the main thing I needed to do done for this weekend done, and now I'm just doing a few additional things. And yeah, sort of looking towards like the next 2 weeks worth of stuff. So it's nice getting a decent amount of stuff done. And yeah, pleased with how it's going so far. But yes, it's been a good week. Got some good stuff done. Heading towards the midterm of the semester is shocking that it's already at that point, but I guess exciting to be closer and closer to finishing the thing. And yeah, it's going well because I feel like I'm getting ahead of a lot of stuff, so that's nice. I believe, have a minifigure package showing up tomorrow, and tonight I'm going to be trying to order some new custom minifigures that I quite like, and hopefully I'll have some luck with them, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, got a few more hours, just get some work done, should go well, and then I'm probably just going to do work throughout watching the football, because I have one thing where I've been putting it off. Like, I have the entire building designed. It's just that I need to do a bunch of painting things, which in Revit can be somewhat annoying. Because it's not like I'm painting surfaces. Um, I'm painting generic models and extrusions, which is sort of annoying because you need to click into each extrusion and then you need to edit it in place and then you can paint it. So you need to do that for each one. And there's about 200 different or 300 different extrusions and generic models that I have in this Revit model because it's huge. I probably did a bit too much, but it's all good. But yeah, thanks for watching this vlog. I'll see you next week. I think this is week 5 of these vlogs, so on to week 6, which will be my second to last week before most of my midterms. And yeah, I have a big presentation next week. Yeah, it's a pretty big one. It's my midterm, or no, it's my, I guess it's not huge, but it's relatively big. But yeah, submission tomorrow, but I've pretty much already done that. Another thing sort of later in the week, or in the middle of the week, which I might have a presentation for, I don't know, but it's pretty simple anyway, since I already have it pretty much all done, just updating that. So yeah, I have pretty much like 3 things to do today, and then I'll probably get into actually starting preparing for those exams, even though they are in 2 weeks, so I don't really want to start it too much now, because it would be sort of pointless to study now and then sort of forget it all in 2 weeks. But yeah, at least get started on that stuff. But yeah, it's going well so far. Thanks for watching this vlog. I'll see you in the next one.